Now in this module, we are going to begin with the topic measurement of angles, which is the first topic of trigonometry in 11th standard. We will first of all see about angles. What is angle? Let's see. If I define an angle, how we generally define, how we say something about angle if a statement is to be given. See that. When two line segments or two rays, they have one common vertex. If they have one common vertex, then angle is formed. The simple thing. When two line segments or two rays they have a common vertex, then angle is formed. Now, angle is actually measured as a gap between these two line segments or rays, whatever we are taking. Angle is measured as the gap between these two line segments or rays. Okay. Now, whenever an angle is formed, here either you take line segments or rays, these are known as arms of angle. We say them to be arms of angle. There are two arms of angle. Okay. Now, as I see that here I have taken AB and AC as two arms in this example, then how the angle will be formed? So first of all, the theory starts with a 0-degree angle. We consider 0-degree angle. Suppose it is A and it is B here. Then if I consider both arms are there, so there is no gap. 0-degree means there is no gap between them. This gap is completely null. That's why we are having this to be 0-degree. Okay, nothing to show. Now, if I consider that other arm AC, here other arm AC, it starts to move. Now, let me tell you. So far, angle means a simple figure we draw, but now we have to see that angle is considered to be positive when the arm is moving in anti-clockwise direction. Let me show you that. If I consider this along AB, now from 0-degree, if anti-clockwise direction, don't forget this vertex is to be common. So this starts moving in anti-clockwise direction. So gap will be formed. So we measure this gap. As it is moving, this gap is increasing. Okay, so this way we can see in different positions angle is being formed. So anti-clockwise direction is the positive direction for angle. And also now if the arm is moving in clockwise direction, ABC, so it is, if clockwise direction, it's considered to be negative. But how to show that direction? This also may be a question. We show the direction using this arc whenever there is the compulsion to show the direction. Like it is anti-clockwise, you can put the arrowhead anti-clockwise direction. Okay, if it is clockwise, then put the arrowhead towards clockwise direction. Okay. Based on this, we determine the names of arms of the angle. I see this is clockwise direction, obviously angle is negative. Negative means we will put a minus sign with that. Okay. Also, now this arrowhead points towards clockwise direction. It touches AC. So wherever arrowhead touches, either this anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction, the arm is known as terminal arm. Terminal arm, and from wherever it starts, the other arm is known as initial arm. We say this to be initial. Initial means which is the beginning. Initial means the arm which begins, from where it begins, and terminal which keeps rotating. Okay, so in this condition, this is terminal arm, this is initial arm. But in this case, if I see, this will be considered to be initial, and this all examples which I have drawn here, these all are the position of terminal arms. Okay, this is the basic theory about angle. Now we have to see the units of measurement of it. So far we have seen there is one unit only, it's a degree, but other than degree also units are available. We will see their introduction. In the topic units of measurement, we will start with the conventional unit, namely degree. The first unit which we know very well is degree. How degree is considered, how is it defined? Actually, when there is a right angle. Now if right angle, the space between two arms is divided into 90 equal parts, 90 equal parts, then each part is known as 1 degree. We say that each part is 1 degree and the symbol for degree is taken as in the form of exponent. We write, actually it's not exponent, but we write that as okay. So symbol is taken as 1 degree, but here the point, I said a right angle. Right angle is formed when two lines are perpendicular to each other. So when two arms are perpendicular to each other, obviously the angle between them is a right angle. Now right angle here in this situation, when it is divided into 90 equal parts, that's why we say that a right angle, one right angle, this is equal to, right angle is equal to 90 degree. Why 90 degree? Because as I said that each part when is divided into 90 equal parts, so each part will be known as, is measured as 1 degree. Okay. Now this is about the definition. So here this 1 degree so far we have seen, but now let me tell you, degree has its sub-units also, subdivisions. 1 degree has its smaller unit as minutes, and 1 degree is just like time, as we know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, so 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Just like that we can see, and for the symbol we write 60, put one dash over here. Minute also has subdivisions, and obviously that will be 60 seconds. 60 seconds, and is denoted by double dash. So this way we have the complete theory of degree. Degree can be subdivided into minutes and minute can be done in seconds. Okay. Its application in use we will see with the help of example later. Now we will switch to other unit. Other unit is grades. How is it defined? When a right angle is divided into 100 equal parts. In the case of degree, we divided 90 parts. Here we are doing 100 parts. 100 equal parts. Keep in mind, then each part is measured as 1 grade. And for symbol we write 1 and G. In place of the degree symbol we put G here. Okay, so that becomes 1 grade. Each measures 1 grade. Means in the theory of grade, a right angle is equal to, here one right angle was equal to 90 degree. But in the case of a grade, since one right angle, this is equal to, one right angle is equal to 100 grade. Now grade also has subdivisions, okay, and these are similar to degree, minutes and seconds, but the theory is 1 grade, this is equal to 100 minutes, and 1 minute in this category will be 100 seconds. In the theory of grade, these are the subdivisions. Okay. Now next what we are going to see, very important unit is the radian. We are going to see the third unit as radian. Radian is a theory based on circular system. What we consider? If I draw a circle here, this considered to be the radius, this as the center, and this also as the radius. I mark two positions of radius, suppose CA and CB. CA and CB. I have marked two positions of the radius of circle in such a way that the length of arc, this arc AB, this also is equal to radius. In this situation, the angle between these two positions of radian is known as 1 radian. We say this angle measured as 1 radian. I will repeat the definition. As I said, this is about circular system. In circle we consider everything. Now, I have marked two positions of radius of the circle in such a way that the arc made by them, between them, are subtended by them. This here, its length is equal to the radius itself. In this situation, the angle between these two positions of two radii we can say directly, two radii, this angle at the center is known as 1 radian. And as it is circular system, so for symbol we put C. Okay, so this is known as 1 radian. Now its subdivisions are not like this. Actually, it's a direct relation we study in our syllabus in this 11th standard. We have to see mainly 2 units, radian and degree. Okay, so we will relate them, we will consider how are they done. Now let me tell you, there is one thing. This angle is of 180 degree. Now there are angles, let me in some additional thing I am speaking. Recently I said this angle is 0 degree. Here also is a straight line. I am saying this is 180 degree, and one also is there, it is known as 360 degree. Now everything actually is shown by this direction. Here I say there is no direction put with the angle, that's why it is 0 degree, means terminal arm has not moved. Okay, here you can see this direction shows we have completed half the way, so becomes a straight line. So that's why this angle is right after 90 degrees are completed. So this is 180 degree and this is the complete round. It shows the direction you can see, that's why it is 360 degree. Okay, so this you should know, by the way. We'll come back to the topic. Here, this angle, as I say, this is 180 degree. 180 degree. So in terms of, as it is 180, in terms of radian, the same angle is written as pi. Means pi radian, this is equal to 180 degree. This is the relation which is one of the most important part of this topic. Okay. Also, here, don't get confused. Pi is not different from what we have seen in earlier classes. Pi we have seen as what? Pi is the ratio which is used at 22/7 or 3.14. So yes, here also it means that either we say 22/7 radian or 3.14 radian. That does not make a change. But in general, we use pi as a term. Okay. We use pi only, we do not write 22/7 or 3.14. So we will see about the relation of degree and radian now with the help of some questions. Let's see. Here I have taken first question to express 42.5 degree as degree, minutes and seconds. This also we have to learn that whenever we are given some value in terms of degree, you can see this is not a complete number, it's given in decimal form. Then we need to express this in subdivisions. Recently we have seen that subdivision of degree are minutes and then further is seconds. So we will see them how we do. First of all, 42.5 as whole degree is given. Here we see that this part is whole number part. So this means it is a complete degree. So this can be written as it has two parts, 42 degree plus 0.5 degree. This way I have separated the incomplete portion of the degree. Now we will complete in terms of minutes and seconds obviously. So 42 degree remains as it is, 0.5 can be written as 1 upon 2 degree. Now we know that 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. That's why 1 by 2 half degree, this can be written as half into 60 minutes. Now when I divide, I find 42 degree plus half of 60, 30 minutes. So as it is the complete number, so we are not going further. So we have to write this as 42 degree 30 minutes. This way we have completed the given degree measure in terms of degree and minutes. One more example can be taken. Suppose we need to convert 6.35 degree as degree, minutes and second. How we do? The same thing. The whole number part will be separated from the decimal number part, complete from incomplete. So we will write 36 degree plus 0.35 degree here. This is first step we do. Now we will not touch this complete portion. This will remain in degree. Rest portion you convert in fraction. So this comes 35 upon 100. So that will be obviously 7 upon 20. 7 upon 20 degree. Now since it is 7 upon 20 degree, we need to convert that in further minutes. So we will write 7 upon 20 into 60 minutes. As soon as we see, this is 21s and 3s are, it comes 36 degree and 7 3s are 21 minutes. And suppose this minute portion also we are having decimal, so that we will convert in seconds further. So we will see, right? So this is the pattern to convert the given value of degree in degree, minutes and seconds. It's a subdivisions. Now we will see the next question. We are going to see the next thing, conversion of degrees into radian. Whenever some angle is measured in degree, then how to express that in radians. Recently, we have seen one relation in degree and radians, that whenever there is 180 degree, this will be equal to pi radian. This theory we use for the conversion whether it is from degree to radian or radian to degree. In both cases, we use this relation. How? First of all, we will go with the specific angles we have seen in 10th standard. All specific angles we have seen like 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 degree. So we will convert them in radian. First of all, 0 degree. So 0 degree is not changed, that remains 0 radian. Okay, how we do? We will go through the basic things. Here, whenever, I tell you one thing, whenever you have to convert from degree to radian, then the given value should be divided by 180 and be multiplied by pi. Now, how to keep in mind, that also I will help. Here, 0 is given in degree, and in this relation, 180 is given in degree. So that's why both of them cannot be at the same part. Okay, here you can keep in mind that as 0 is in degree, 180 also is in degree, so they cannot be cannot remain at the same part. So that's why we have to divide 0 by 180 degree. We have to divide 0 by 180 degree. Okay, and multiply by the other unit. Other unit means pi. Okay. Now 0 upon 180 obviously is 0 into pi, so it converts as 0 radian. So whether you write 0 radian or 0 degree remains the same value. Now we go ahead with next angle we have seen is 30 degree. 30 degree, obviously it is in degree, so will be divided by the degree term, which is 180 multiplied by pi. 30 ones are and 6s are, it comes pi by 6 radian. Now this is the beginning, that's why you can use a C as the symbol. Otherwise, now let me tell you, whenever we write angle in radian, we not put the value of pi. So that's why in the book or notes, if you are finding somewhere pi, so for sure the angle is given in terms of radian. So it becomes a compulsion that whenever you are writing an angle, put, if suppose this is a degree, so put a degree over that to show that we are using. Otherwise, in general, whatever angle we write from now onwards, that will be given in terms of radian. Maximum time in terms of pi. So that's why I have not put C here. Be careful. Pi upon 6. Next, it was 45 degree. This can be converted as 45 divided by 180 into pi, and 45 ones and 45 fours are. So this comes pi by 4. Further we can go. 60 degree. 60 divided by 180 into pi. 60 ones are and 3s are. So pi by 3. And fifth one, what was that? 90 degree. So 90 upon 180 into pi, and this is 90 ones and 2s are. So we get pi by 2 radian. So all the specific angles we have seen in terms of radian, and how to keep in mind, that also I will guide. See, 90 is pi by 2 because 90 2s is 180. Just think that how many times you have to multiply to the given value to make it 180. The same value will divide pi. The same value will divide pi in radian. It is 92s are, so pi by 2. 63s are 180, so pi by 3. 45 4s are 180, so pi by 4. 36s are, so that's why pi by 6, and so on. Okay, so this way specific angles can be learned well. But what happens when some other value, other angles are given which are beyond these specific angles? So we will see them also. Suppose I say convert 37 degree. 37 degree into radian. How we do? Theory will not change. This is 37 degree divided by 180 degree multiplied by pi. Any cancellation? No. So that's why we write 37 pi by 180 as it is. No degree. Now this is the radian. Okay. 37 pi by 180 over. Now you may be given some angle in terms of degree, minutes and second also. How to convert? For that, suppose I write one example. 30 degree, 5 minutes, 20 seconds. We have to convert this angle unit in radian. How we do? Keep in mind, as we are having the relation only between degree and radian, so that's why the angle should be written first as degree. Then only we will go to radian. So let's complete this as degree. Here we will learn. Recently I told you how to convert a given degree into subdivision. Now we are given this form, then how to come back completely in degree. We write this as 30 degree, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. The theory will just move like the theory of time. Okay, this we can consider to be hours, 30 degree as it is. Now minute can be converted in degree, as we know that 1 degree has 60 minutes. So that's why to convert in degree, we have to divide it by 60. As soon as we do, this portion becomes in degree. We know that 1 degree has 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So that's why direct relation between degree and second will be, it's just like hours as I said, 1 hour has 3600 seconds, so 1 degree also has 3600 seconds. So divide the second portion by 3600. It converts in degree. Now we have all the three terms in degree. That's why you can take LCM and you can find a fraction form. Not always a decimal number is needed. It's not a compulsion. Okay. Simply what we can do, we can take LCM of these and we can simplify. Let's see. This will be 5 ones are, 5 12s are, and 180. So we get 30 plus 1 by 12 plus 180 here. Okay. Now this will be LCM. 180 is LCM here. 5 4 00. Then 12 divides this 180. 15 and it's 1. So finally we get 5 4 1 6 180. This further can be simplified by cancellation. Okay, as we see both are even numbers. Now, by the way, our main purpose is not this fraction. Okay, we get degree, one complete value for this given angle, it's in degree. Now same theory will be applied. We need to convert this in radian. So to convert into radian, what we do? We have to divide this by 180. So as I see this is a fraction, we can divide this as 5416 180. Divide means we can write 1 upon 180. Division by 180 and multiply by pi. Now rest of the portion can be simplified. The finalized answer will be written in terms of. Finally, after simplifying, we get 677 pi upon 4050 radian. So this way, whenever you are given the terms in degree, minutes and seconds, first of all convert in degree, then only switch to radian. Now we will see more question based on that. I have taken the next question. As you can see, negative angle, minus 40 degree 35 minutes into radian. We need to convert. The first thing, here we will take this portion and we will get a complete form in degree. Like 45 degree, 35 minutes will be written as 45 plus 35 minutes here. 40 degree, 35 divided by 60 we get in degree. Simplifying, 5 7s are 12s are, then 40 plus 7 upon 12, this becomes the degree value required. So this will become 12 for the 48, 480 and 7. 487 upon 12, this becomes in degree. Now requirement is to convert this in radian. Into radian if I do, so this will be 487 upon 12. As I said, this is in degrees, so will be divided by 180. So we can write here upon 180 and will multiply by pi. So you put pi here, but do not touch pi as I said. In calculation we take only these things other than pi. So as 487 we can write 487 pi and 2160. This whole is in radian. But we were given with a minus sign. So no problem, wherever negative angle is there, we have completed this portion in radian. Now simply, therefore we can put minus 40 degree 35 minutes is equal to minus 487 pi upon 2160 radian. This way we do. So minus will not affect the procedure. Okay, this remains as it is. So these were few questions to explain how to convert degree into radian. We have to see how to convert radian unit into degrees also. Somewhere it may be needed. So that's why we will start with the help of questions. Here, our purpose is to convert the given value in radian in degrees. We will think of some easy examples first. Suppose I take here 7 pi by 6. Do not forget, whenever you are given a value in radian in terms of pi mainly, then we will again use this relation 180 degree as pi radian. But I consider whenever this thing is given in terms of pi, the radian value is given in terms of pi, this is convenient for all. How? As we know that pi, its value is 180 degree. Okay, so simply what we can do, replace pi by 180 degree, and after cancellation and all, whatever is left is degree. Okay, so this will become 6 1s are, 3s are, it comes 210 and degree. Not only this, any value, suppose you are given 3 pi by 5, we need to convert in degree. And one point to be noted here, I am not putting the symbol for radian C. Okay, Reason, as I said, whenever you are given some angle in terms of pi, that it is understood, it's understood, taken, that it is in terms of radian. Now we convert this in degree, so this will be equal to 3 upon 5 as it is, pi replaced by 180. If cancellation can be proceeded, then you do. Otherwise, here only we can find that this is 5 inside, 5, 36, 36 3 is 108 degree. So this is easier whenever you are given some angles in terms of pi. Now we will think of third example where you are given simply 7c. Now 7, you can see the value does not have anything like pi, so for sure c is written to show that it is in radian. Into degree I need 7 radian into degree, so rules will not change. Previously we were having pi, we have put pi there. Now what I said here, as pi is not available, so we have to go back to this relation. 7 is given in radian. Out of these two values, which one is in radian? It's a pi. So just recall the beginning. Values of the same unit cannot be at the same power. Okay, means what we have to do, what I mean to say, we will divide 7 by pi. Multiply by now 180 degree. In the case of degree, when the value is given in degree, we divide by 180 and multiply by pi. Okay. Further, how to solve? Whenever answers we have to obtain in terms of radian, so we express them in terms of pi. But when it is in degree, we replace pi by 22 by 7. So this is 7. 22 by 7 into 180. This 7 goes up in multiplication with the numerator. We get 49 by 22 into 180. It comes 11, 90, 9 9s are 81 and 8. 9 4 are 36, 8. 44. 4410 by 11. Now you express this as decimal or keep it in fraction, but this has become in degrees. Okay. Further, you can follow the instructions. Suppose it is mentioned, we need to convert that in minute and seconds. Then we can continue. Okay. Otherwise, minute and second. This also in continuation, I will say. Repeating, it's not a compulsion, just for your knowledge. First of all, divide this 4410 by 11. 4410 by 11 if I divide. It remains 400, you see 400 as the quotient, 10 as the remainder. So here we have 400 plus 10 upon 11. You see, we have written the fraction as in mixed number. Okay, only thing I have put plus sign here. So obviously this will remain 400 degree. Rest portion is 10 upon 11 degree. What I said, we need to convert this in minutes and seconds further. So this portion will be multiplied by first 60 minutes. So we have 400 degree plus 10 upon 11 into 60 minutes. Now as I see, I find 400 degree, this becomes 600 upon 11. Now this is in minutes. And as I see, this is a fraction. So once again divide 600 by 11. I find 400 degree. If I divide, so division will make it 600 divided by 11. We get 5s, 4s. So finally this can be written as 54 plus 6 upon 11 minutes. Now the complete portion, this whole number, this will be written as minutes separately from 6 upon 11. This becomes 54 minutes. This becomes 11. 6 upon 11 minutes. Now further, what I said, one more division is there, seconds. So we will multiply the last term by 60 seconds. It becomes 400 degree plus 54 minutes plus 6 upon 11 into 60 seconds. As soon as we do, we have no cancellation, but direct we can write this as 360 upon 11. This is in seconds. Obviously, we have not seen the subdivision of seconds now. What we do? We first divide 360 by 11. Let's see what happens. 360 divided by 11. This is 11 3s are, 11 2s are. So far we were writing in mixed number. When it comes the last step, the second conversion, we put that in decimal. Why? Because we need to convert in rounding form. We will round off the obtained number. 30 minus 22 is 8. Put decimal here to make it 80. This becomes 7s are 77. As soon as I write 7, and by rules we know that when this value is more than 5 or 5, so this will be rounded off to 30. Otherwise, this will remain 32. So there we put the answer as 400 degree, 54 minutes and 33 seconds. This is the pattern of expressing in terms of degree, minute and second. As I said, if not mentioned, you can stop here. But if you want, you can follow this procedure. Okay, so I hope all this is clear to you. With the help of question we have seen. So this is the first concept of trigonometry, measurement of angles and the relations in units. I hope you have got it. Thank you.